Hey y'all, it's me again, Joey. Today is February 13th. If I didn't know any better, it'd be March with this wind blowing like it is. It's kind of laid down right now, so we'll try to go ahead and get this done. But as you can see behind me, it's that time of year. It's time to get them swarm traps ready and get them up in the air or on the ground, wherever you're going to put them. A lot of you have already saw one of my videos in the past of what I do. I'll actually link a couple of videos to this where you can kind of get some of your questions answered that you might have. Right now what I'm going to do is when I store them all with 3 of the empty or foundationless frames, because I know I'm going to be using them the next year. And when I open them up and get them kind of cleaned up a little bit, I always go with a different format. And what I usually do, I'll get, let me get you a little closer here. Okay, what I normally do is have these 3 frames over here, and I'll take one old comb. This is about the worst one I could find that I had. Yeah, I'll use that. I'll put it right here. Then I'll take pretty much freshly waxed. I re-waxed some of these plastics last year, and they're real tacky. I always put one of them up against the wall. And I try to always, if you're facing the entrance, I try to always put that plastic frame all the way to the right. Then that lets me know where my old comb is when I go to pull them out. But that's the way I usually put it. Now let me show you what I found. This is kind of interesting. 2 of them I did this too. I probably just took them off the tree. It was already baited and everything, and unloaded them, and probably forgot to take the old comb out of them. And what I found when I started opening them all back up, look here. Here's my plastic and the old comb. Stayed in there all summer. I picked them up. I think picked most of my boxes up with the exception of one. And some of you know about that one. I'll also put a link in the description of that. But you look at that. It stayed in this box all summer after I took them down, and all winter, and nothing happened. But I've got these on the front of them, and I had them closed. Now I would have thought a wax moth could have figured out how to get in this thing somehow, but that happened on this one. So see, that one was already ready, and it also happened on this one. There's the old plastic, still feels tacky, and there's the comb. I just couldn't believe it when I pulled that out and it wouldn't eat up the wax moths. So that's how I set them all up. I'm gonna go through and do all of them. I won't show you how I do them all. Just in case some of you might not know, the way I hang these, let me raise the camera up. The way I hang these, I've got this cleat, one on each side, and that way I can just kind of put it in any direction I want. But I got this board that I nail or screw to the tree. Well, you can kind of see how it goes. If you didn't have that in there, it would hook on there just like this. Well, I usually just put them up where the entrance is kind of like right here, just head high. You can see all the bees flying around. I don't know if you can see them down there or not. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I bait them. I've got 3 different bottles here. This is an old bottle, and I've had it for years. It's an old bottle. It was one of the first bottles I guess I bought, but I used it all up. I think I actually gave some to other people too, but I used it all up. What's in here right now is alcohol, crushed up dead queens, and a little bit of lemongrass. Does it work? Yeah. Is it the crushed up queens doing it? I don't know, but it draws them in there. But I'll use a little bit of it when I'm baiting. Here's my, this is an old bottle of lemongrass too. You can see I got just a little bit left, but I use it a lot of times when I don't even use the alcohol. Does it work? Yes, it does. Okay, next thing I'll be using more of this year, I used a little bit last year, is Swarm Rustler from Bob Walker. Walker's Bee Ranch. It's not promoted. I bought it and paid for it, but I'll be using a lot of it. And I don't. When you see how, let me go ahead and show you how I bait them up. We'll do this one. It's ready. Got the plastic, got the old comb, and 3 empties. I started to go, and I may do 2 with 2 plastics in here, but I don't know if that'll take away from the volume or the size that the bees are looking for or what. So I may just try 2 of them like that and see how that works. But what that'll do, if I do that, let's just assume this is a plastic. What it's going to be doing is throwing my old comb in the middle and then have 2 plastics over here. Does that look like enough space for bees? Maybe so. I don't know. Anyway, here's what we do if I use my regular lemongrass. I just take a little bit of it. I'll rub it around. See, now I can't do this again because I screw my lids down. And if I was going to put it on a tree today, which I may do some, I'd go ahead and put a little bit around the entrance. I try not to get this on me, but this bottle is so low. There, I got a little bit on it. I'll put it on here too. Just drop it down in the bottom. You could do the whole thing with any one of these 3 like that. Now, I'll go ahead and put the cover. I got these covers marked. I know there's a number on front of here. It just got wrote on there one time before, and when we built these lids for it and drilled these holes, we wanted to keep it right. The person helping me didn't realize I already had numbers lightly scratched on the front. They just numbered them. So this is really box 11 and not box number 10. Anyway, I got front and back marked, that way I can find the holes. But I'll close this back up and ring those holes and zip it up. Now, what I'm going to do when I go to bait it, when I go to hang it, in other words, I'll open this up. I'll take Bob's Swarm Rustler, and today if I do it, I'll just put 2 squirts like that. Now, let's just assume that I'm coming back in a couple of weeks. Like I say, I'm not taking the box down. It's screwed down good. So probably what I'll just do, I'll squirt that entrance twice with this there. That way I can go ahead and just thump that on up in the hole. And like I say, in about 2 weeks, and that'll freshen everything up for me. Now I'll go ahead and get all this closed, baited up and closed up. I've got one, and I think this might be it. It's not sealing good here, so I probably should get me some kind of cloth or some of that reflected insulation and put under there to seal it up better. I thought all I had was naturally drawn foundation. And I put one in that next to the last one down there, but I did find one more on plastic. So I do have one that's foundationless comb. I normally don't like to put them in these boxes because I'm taking them down, riding them in a truck, transferring them and everything. And these things are already top heavy, so they kind of shift back and forth. But I got at least one with that right now. All right, they all baited and ready to go. Time to go hang a couple of them. bees right here right now. I stuck them there temporarily, and that's where they've been since I caught the little swarm a while back. But I'm gonna go ahead and hang it anyway. Maybe these will be moved because they're probably gonna be my observation bees. Good. Well, that's it for now, y'all. I've got all but 2 of them hung, and I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put them. I was missing a board for this other tree here at Mom's house, and I don't have it with me. So I'll probably just take the other 2 and set on the B-rails. I'll probably just take the other 2 and set on a B-rail at the house somewhere until I find a good spot to put them. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.